a very messily drawn, messily, is that a word? I drew these two triangles over here to the right. So if you memorize these, you'll be able to do all the different trig functions without a calculator. Okay. Um, we draw our right triangles in the unit circle. So if you have an angle of like 110, well, 110 wouldn't be right. Let's say you have an angle of 135 degrees. That lands you right here. That's the terminal side of the angle 135 degrees, and you'd make a right angle with the x-axis. Then you can fill out this triangle according to these values I have over here. So our particular angle is 300 degrees, which is the same thing as 5 pi over 3. So that puts us right here. This is our terminal side, right? You always rotate from this spot on the x-axis, and this would be 90 degrees. This is 180. This is 270. So 30 is a little more. 300 is a little more. And then you always make a right angle with the x-axis. A right angle with that terminal side and the x-axis. I'm just going to make it a little further out so I have some room to draw. So if this is 300 degrees, how many more degrees do you have until you complete a full 360? Right? This should be a 60-degree reference angle in here. And now that we have 60 degrees for our reference angle, we can use this triangle to fill out all the side lengths. We're going to draw this in the unit circle, and realistically you don't have to. You could draw it in the circle radius too, but we just are sticking with the unit circle, so we just have a few set of a few set of fractions to memorize. Okay, so if that's 60 degrees, then what's opposite of 60 degrees in our reference, and the triangle I have drawn for you over here is square root of 3 over 2. And then this has to be 1/2. But look, you got to label this as a negative square root of 3 over 2 because you've gone down on the x-axis. Okay, like this is negative 1 comma 0, this is 0 comma negative 1, right? The y coordinate is negative 1. The y coordinate down here is negative 2. This is the negative side of the x-axis, so that needs to be a negative square root of 3 over 2. And now we've labeled the triangle, now we can do what the trig ratio says. It says tangent. Tangent would be the opposite divided by the adjacent. So the opposite of angle 60 is negative square root of 3 over 2. And then we need to divide that, so I'll use the division symbol, by the adjacent side. In other words, the other side that's not the hypotenuse. So this is the adjacent side. And so to conduct that division, you would flip and multiply the second fraction. Those cancel, and that leaves you with negative square root of 3. And that's it. That's what tangent 5 pi over 3 is, or in other words, tangent of 300 without a calculator.